My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go into Ascension mode, level 4 with the Ironclad. Defensive deck, defensive deck. Remove a card? Remove 2 cards. You can remove 2. Ooh, I'm excited. The possibilities. Alright. Where are our first elites? We've got 1 elite here, we've got 2 elites, 3 question marks, 2 elites, a rest, an elite. Oh, okay. So there's different ways to look at this. I love removing cards from my deck. I think it's the most powerful thing that you can do. If I remove 2 offensive cards from my deck and don't get to pick up a really offensive card early, like a Rampage or something like that, then this will just kill me. Obtaining 3 random potions can help you get through elite fights, and removing a card from your deck is kind of like a middle option. I'm going to go with the risky option, because that's who I am as a human. I desperately want to remove Bash, but I am going for elites. I'm going for 3 elites. So I'm going to keep a Bash. In fact, I'm going for 4 elites, sorry. I'm definitely risking it. I'm accepting 7 damage this turn to set myself up to be able to kill both of them in the next turn. Literally, it just takes 2 strikes. This one with Weaken, and this one due to only having 6 HP left. So I've accepted 1 damage over the total of this fight. That's pretty good. Fire Potion's a really good pickup. Spot Weakness could be considered a good pickup here. Second Wind, exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and gain 3 block for each. Eh. Too short-sighted and I don't have exhaust synergy. I'll take a spot weakness. No extra copies. Remove another card from my deck is going to be another strike, because now I have a way to bolster my strength. Take the 18 damage, although now we're probably going to have to rest at an upcoming campsite. I didn't want to lose my max HP. I gotta be honest, I really didn't want to start losing max HP. Because I've already lost 8. We're near silent max HP right now. Cool. We're going to have to spot weakness pretty much every time that we have it available as an option. Cool, cool. I'm going to fully defend here. So I've taken 4 damage over the course of this fight. If I get out without taking any more damage, then I actually heal 2. That's pretty good. Dex Potion. Hell yes. Hemokinesis is a really good, like, giant offensive card. Limit Break would be my pickup here. My other pickup would be Bandage Up. I could consider Armaments and then upgrade it at the next camp. Alright. I wanted to remove another card from my deck, but I could also take a Body Slam. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is an unfortunate fight. We're probably going to have to use a Dex Potion here. I mean, if I'm ever going to use it, let's use it now. Right. Okay. Hopefully I get Armaments in the same hand as the Hemokinesis. Uh-oh. If I Armaments a block, that becomes 10 defense, and then we can do a lot of defense. This becomes like 18 damage, lose 2 HP. I have to do that, unfortunately. So I'm accepting a lot of damage this turn to set myself up with the ability to kill this sentry with a single strike. It's unfortunate I don't have an AoE pickup yet. I'll upgrade the spot weakness before I use it. Because then I'm effectively upgrading all of my strikes. Rather than just that one strike. Okay. Defend. I can't just bash right now. Especially because it's not actually going to apply the vulnerability. Okay. We'll just wipe you off the face of the earth. Unfortunately, our decks didn't actually really come into play that much here. It probably did save us enough HP to be worth its own weight, but still. I hate this. Only got 3 other days in my deck, and I had to draw 3 in my opening hand there. That sucked. Accepting 2 damage here lets me keep the fire potion, and considering I've got an elite not too far off in the future, this is probably necessary. Armaments upgrade this for lethal. Bronze scales is pretty good. Battle Trance is a pretty good pickup as well. Especially since I have Battle Trance, I actually have to upgrade the armaments. I'd love to rest, trust me, I would. But I am going to need that upgraded armaments. Okay, hopefully I get Battle Trance in this hand. I did not get Battle Trance. I also didn't get armaments though, so that's good. Unfortunately, it means my opening turn against the Lagavulin is going to be super weak. Because I do need to open the attacks this turn. So I got to upgrade a lot of cards there. I'm going to need to be pretty defensive in this fight, actually. That said, 27 damage doesn't come across the door every day. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a triple defense and a body slam right there. Easily done, in fact. Whew. Okay. Battle Trance. Strike. You know what? I'm going to go strike because I don't need to use the Hemokinesis here because I've got double defend bash next turn. So I don't need to take the 2 damage that Hemokinesis would deal to me. I'm glad that we got away without having to actually use the fire potion here. That's pretty big. Armaments is doing some serious work right now. I'm more than happy to admit. Second one is trash though. Impervious is a pretty good pickup though because I have Body Slam and I have Battle Trance, so it's quite likely I can get them in the same hand. Pommel Strike is also a really good card though. Pommel Strike is a little less good because I have Battle Trance, so when Battle Trance draws Pommel Strike, it's just 9 damage. So I'm going to take a copy of Impervious. Toxic Egg is going to upgrade Battle Trance because you always want to cast Battle Trance before Armaments, so you draw more cards to then upgrade. And we're going to rest here. We've got more elites coming up. It's going to be important to rest there. Okay. This isn't good. Gonna take 8 damage here. That's okay. Not the end of the world yet. Hopefully I get the Battle Trance in my next hand. Is it? There it is. Beautiful. Then we get to armaments. For me, it's probably now just defend Hemokinesis. Oh, they're both taking damage because they've done damage to me. Beautiful. We are going to need to start working them down, hence the Hemokinesis. I'd like to be able to hold on to the Fire Potion here, because we do have another elite after all of this. And that one's going to be a serious problem. Okay. That's a lot of days in that deck, unfortunately. Oh, Battle Trance is good. I think it's defend, body slam. 1 damage short of the kill on that character there. Oh, that's rough. Unfortunately, the rest of my deck is basically just dazed, since we got so many non-dazed cards there. That was really good. And then the rest of it is just strike and dazed. So here I might actually have to use a bomb. Yeah, it'll save me from taking 9 damage here. That's a shame. Could an Impervious be in that hand? That would have been good. Probably gonna have to rest at the next camp as well. Yikes. Well, Impervious Body Slam. Pretty good. Shovel. If anything could stop me from resting, it's the shovel. Who's my boss at the end of the floor? Slime Boss. Yikes, that's going to be a DPS race. I could take Searing Blow and just hope to, like, upgrade that constantly. But the thing is, I'm always going to be digging for relics when I get to a campfire. Could take Madness. Madness isn't a bit of bad pickup here, actually. It was either that or remove a card from my deck. Alright, I'm going to go for it. It's totally risky, but I'm going to go for the fight here. I can't afford to burn the Body Slam out of this deck. It's a large amount of my power. So... But so is Bash. Alright. I wanted to True Grit one of the cards out of my deck. I should have bashed regardless. I was going to True Grit one of the cards out of my deck, but it was too likely that I ended up True Gritting something that was quite important. Okay. Anything except Impervious being hit there was a pretty good hit. Armaments, and we'll open this fight with a Strike Hemokinesis. Unfortunately, this does mean we can have to play Bash on a turn that's not particularly good for playing Bashes, but, you know. So be it. Defend. Defend. I want a True Grit. If it burns Body Slam, I'm sad, but... It didn't burn Body Slam. We're in the clear. Get me Body Slam. Damn it. Well, I think here it's just Impervious Hemokinesis. Well, Hemokinesis is 20... Yeah, there's no way that I have lethal, right? I bash, you go down to 51. Hemokinesis does double damage. And on a wounded target, that is going to be 27. 27 times 2 is... Hang on. Is the double damage applied to the... Oh, it doesn't matter what order it's applied in as long as the weakness is still there. Okay, so you go down to 59. 27... This is 54. So if I bash first, you're vulnerable. From this, you would take in double damage 27 times 2, which is 54. I'm just short of being able to kill you with the bash and then the hemokinesis with the pen nib on it. Just short. I'm not even going to use the hemokinesis here. I don't think I'm going to have to. Just because I have the pen nib and I've got a body slam in my next hand. Or maybe I still kind of had to. That's okay. We'll draw lethal next turn anyway. Hopefully. Okay. It's 12. If I spot weakness, that'll be 15. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, it's 18. Yeah, that's good enough anyway. I forgot about the vulnerability on my opponent. Shrug it off. Shrug it off is, yep, definitely. Definitely pick up. Even though I... crumbs. Well, here we should shrug it off before we battle trance. Otherwise, we won't be able to draw as much as we'd like. Upgrade a bunch of cards. And then we do need to start attacking at actually a reasonable rate. Centennial Puzzle is going to be interesting because Hemokinesis now gets to draw me 3 cards the first time I play it in combat. Burn that bash out of our deck. We don't want to draw that. Armaments, defend, body slam, strike, strike. Easy kills. So Power Through technically has a place in this deck. Courtesy of my ability to burn some cards and having body slam. I really don't want it. So I'm not going to take it. I'm not doing that to me. I'm also not going to rest here. I'm going to dig. Good. It's a good relic. Alright, Slime Boss. I'm fine hitting either of these. Cool. I'm not fine having my draw weakened, so I'm going to put an artifacting on myself. My opponent's going to goop spray, and then that's going to wear off my artifacting, but I'm not going to take a reduced draw. I can True Grit something out of my deck, probably the Bash. And then Body Slam here. And my next hand will have Impervious. Sure. We got the Bash just in time. I misclicked and then I saw that I misclicked just in time to fix it. So if I have to just defend through this hit, I can probably do it. Obviously, I'm hoping for Body Slam. Beautiful. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm really, really glad that I dug at the camp. Now, my path is going to be how many rests and how many elites can I go to so that I can just dunk. I'll armaments. I'll true grit strike out of my deck. Strike, body slam. It's easier for me to come by damage than defense. Or rather, it's more important that I come by defense than damage. With how this deck is currently functioning. Right, I'll spot weakness there so that I can just kill you. Then I'll take no damage. Beautiful. I am made frail for this turn, which is unfortunate, but we'll see if it has really any impact. I've got a strong inkling on no. Yeah, that's a no. That's a definitive no right there. I am going to need to put in this deck some form of AoE. Thunder, considering that I have, like, relatively reasonable... Ooh. Yikes. It's a lot more damage than I really thought they would be doing at this point. Considering the fact that I actually have relatively reasonable pickup for... What was I saying? For strength. Whew. Good, reminded myself eventually. Considering I can pick up strength relatively reasonably, I can take pretty much any AoE, but obviously Whirlwind's the one that we're looking for. Dunk him. Lock potion. Alright. Well, here's the thing. Exhaust, exhaust, exhaust. Not got enough exhaust, and Battle Trance is going to stop the Dark Embrace draw, so it's gone. Not that. Double tap, especially considering I have a pen nib, is a lot more important. I want the Impervious, but a double tap with a pen nib is ridiculous. Since I have double tap, Velvet Choker is now not an option. That sucks. Playing a double tap and then playing 2 attacks after it counts as 5 cards played. Okay. Rest. Rest. Elite. Okay, so I'm gonna have to skip an elite in order to get as many rests as possible, right? Pretty much any path here actually just has 3 rests. Except the ones that have 2 elites. The ones that have 2 elites. Like, I could get 3 elites, but it would be giving up a rest, and I'm fighting the elites just to get relics, which I can get at rests. Yeah. I know my path. Hemokinesis is definitely like our first play here. Not only does it do a bunch of damage, but it also draws me a card. Or rather, draws me 3 cards. Oh, okay, so the relics, by the way. Bronze Scales, whenever you take damage, deal 3 back. Golden Idol, drop 25% more gold whenever whenever you kill enemies. Pen Nib, every 10th attack you play does double damage. Toxic Egg, choose an upgraded skill. Shovel, you can now dig for loot at rest sites. The loot you dig for is relics. Centennial Puzzle, whenever you lose HP for the first time in each combat, draw 3 cards. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Burning Blood is at the end of each combat, heal 6 HP, so that's 8 over the course of a fight. And White Beast Statue, potions always drop after combat. I could have used a block potion here to keep myself completely safe, but I actually don't think that's necessary. Let's double tap that Hemokinesis. What? Why did it play 3 times? Did double tap get changed? Did no one... That would have been so good before. I can't take a second one. Huh. No, it didn't get changed. That must have been a bug. Unless I'm just insane and it didn't actually play 3 times. I think it played 3 times, though. Kind of insane, that. Okay. Unfortunately, now we're going to be made frail. We do have the Impervious in the bottom of our deck, though, so this is good. There it is. Yay! It hit the right card as well. Hell yeah. Be completely safe this turn. Well done dunking on yourself there. We're always playing Shrug It Off. We're always doing the True Grit. Now it's just like Body Slam. Nah, I'm just going to spot weakness, set myself up for a better single hit next turn. So I was trusting that this turn I would have lethal. Which I don't. Well, drink a potion, then blow it up. Potions are not worth an amazing amount to me anymore because they have White Beast statue. Potions always drop after combat. Okay, Thunderclap. Now we've got 1 source of AoE in the deck. We do want those bites, though. We do want those bites. Especially when upgraded, that's going to make it really, really difficult to do anything to us ever. So that's fun. Cool. Yeah, I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to kill the Mystic before the Mystic now does something. Yeah, that's going to be a heal. That's really unfortunate for me. And no one's attacking as well, because of course they're not attacking this turn. How dare they? Lame. That whole first turn Impervious didn't really need to happen, you know? Well, at least I'm going to have 3 extra cards next turn. Which is good, because we still have a bunch of stuff not upgraded. Double tap Thunderclap's pretty good. Double tap is upgraded as well, so it's like double tap Thunderclap Bite. Why is it playing 3 times? I'm going to try and get this one to play through. One. That just played once. All right, well, that's a weird bug. Unless it's just like patch notes haven't been pushed yet, or the text for double tap hasn't been changed. But double tap now, just the upgraded version plays the next card 3 times. So I've got to keep that in mind, I guess. Was worth experimenting there for a second, though. Alright. Let's use the bite pluses. Get myself more HP. Strength potion. Flame barrier is a pretty good pickup. Especially because it's upgraded. And it'd also be just like a really nice card to hit with the madness. Yes. Yes, 1000% yes. Don't be Nilari's Codex. And Caridian. Okay. I can deal with that. Ginger, you can no longer be weakened. Pretty big. Pretty big. Champion's Belt would have been an amazing pickup here. Unfortunately, we can't take it. I actually don't know if I want, like, any of these. In fact, I think I removed the Bash from my deck. I could take another Shrug It Off, but I could also just not do that. Because it's interacting poorly at the moment. Like, it's interacting poorly with my... What's it called? Do I have any powers in this deck? I have no powers in this deck. With my Battle Trance. Always getting those in the wrong order, unfortunately. Okay, so Enchiridion is start each combat with a random power card in your hand. It costs 0 until the end of the turn. Ginger, you can no longer become weakened. Mummified Hand, whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. And Anchor, at the start of each combat, gain 10 block. Oh, okay, that's a really good one to have gotten there. So we got Barricade there as our opening power, and the power barricade, the Barricade power basically just means that you don't lose block at the end of your turn. Which is, as you can probably imagine, really, really, really specifically amazing for us. Unfortunately, Hemokinesis will no longer draw cards for us. Because we want the Centennial Puzzle to trigger when we actually have the ability to draw cards, but we have no draw right now because we played the other card earlier. What was it called? Ah, crumbs. I forgot the name of the card already. Battle Trance. There we go. As much as I want to check out Double Tap right now, I do need to defend myself. Playing the same one 3 times, is that better? I mean, it makes Double Tap way more playable in in builds with a relatively low amount of... Ryan, you can think of the next word, can't you? With a relatively low amount of energy. Because usually you want to upgrade it so that you can play some block alongside playing the Double Tap as well as 2 attacks. Don't really want part of any of those. Sure, remove another card from my deck is always going to be an option I'll take. At this point, I kind of do want to start removing a couple of the bites. I'll keep a lot of them, but just a couple don't really need to stay with me forever. Shrug it off. Okay. We'll thunderclap and bite, I guess. No real other option there. Unfortunate that Combust deals damage to you at the end of your turn, but before you discard cards, because it meant that I drew 3 cards and then just threw them away instantly. I had no choice in whether or not that happened. Unfortunately, I can't upgrade this double tap right now either. I think I just double tap the Hemokinesis. Get some damage out there. Hopefully we've got the Battle Trance in the next sound. Couldn't weaken me. Nice try though. Really hoping that would hit something defensive, to be honest. That said, I'm pretty sure you're going to die before I do. Beautiful. Another strength potion I'll take instead of a weaken right now. Don't want any of those. Earlier elite, later elite. Later elite. I got a random fight. Damn it. Okay, the upgraded version of Berserk is just a... What is it? It's the same. Okay, this is really good now. Alright, who are we gonna kill? Minus HP. Beautiful. Anyway, the upgraded version of Berserk is just... In fact, I probably didn't even need to use Impervious there. I didn't think about the fact that I had Pen Nib active. The upgraded version of Berserk just decreases its cost, but its cost was already decreased, so it really didn't matter to me. We'll trance our way through the deck. True Grit a card out. That was... I don't even know what I True Grit out there. Cool. Alright, 10 on each. Double tap Hemokinesis will kill. But I also won't really defend. Alright, let's double tap a bite so I can get some healing out of it anyway. Need to upgrade that True Grit. True Grit, the double tap rather. I could drop a defend here and then a body slam, but Bite Body Slam is 19 and then the enemy kills itself on me, or I can defend Body Slam and that's 16 and then the enemy doesn't die on me. I still take damage. This heals me for 3, this blocks 8. Okay. I mean, the answer's clear as soon as I actually look at the amount of HP lost or gained. None of those. I really don't want to add many more cards to my deck. Demon Form, jeez. Jeez Louise. Beautiful. Kill everything in the first turn, and now that I have a Demon Form active, I'm just gonna get way, way better every single turn at knocking down the enemies that my opponent puts up. Right, let's double tap a Hemokinesis here. Awesome. Unfortunately, didn't get an armament on the double tap. Hoping to draw the AoE. Oh, there's the double tap. No armaments this time, though. Alright, let's increase our strength. Kill you. And you. The worst case scenario for us at this point is that the enemy does get a turn where it can attack. We should be able to stave that off. Like, yeah, any damage in the next hand is going to be enough. We'll shrug it off first. I'm going to heal up fully at the end of this fight anyway, so I don't actually need to worry about using my bites there. Orichalcum. Orichalcum? I was told I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Orichalcum. Orichalcum, I believe, was what I was given as a prompt for it. It's never going to be useful in my deck, but thank you very much for correcting my pronunciation on that. I appreciate it. I'd rather be corrected once than wrong forever. Sharon's Ashes, pretty good. Unfortunately, not running a exhaust heavy build, but still pretty good. Barricade, wow. More than happy to True Grit one of those out of my deck just to get me extra 7 block, as well as to thin down my deck. Battle Trance. Alright, here we go. Armaments. Double tap. Your next 2 attacks are played twice. But if I now Thunderclap, I'm almost entirely certain it will play 3 times. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to get some Strength Potion action in here. 2, 3. Yep. I think I know why that's happening as well. It's a pretty obvious reason. I think it's counting the second one, the second trigger of Thunderclap from double tap. It is counting as a new card played, so then it's trying to double up its trigger on that. Which I'm more than glad for it to do. Go buck wild. Do that as much as you'd like. Hemikinesis is going to be a nifty way of preventing me from getting a lot of points on this run, unfortunately. Courtesy of the fact that Hemikinesis means that I am going to be damaging myself in pretty much every fight, which means I'm never going to perfect an elite or never going to perfect a boss. I wish self-damage was exempted from that. Alright, let's double tap the Thunderclap. Just played that Thunderclap 3 times. That's more than fine. I think I should have played that defense. It's not going to make a difference, but I should have played that defense. Good. Regen's pretty good pickup. It's too late for feed to be extremely useful. Fiendfire is actually a nice finisher for this deck. I'm going to take Fiendfire. Because if I burn my entire hand, I'm dealing 3 times 9. Like if I have a full hand, obviously this is a best case scenario, but 3 times 9, it's 36 damage to everyone. I think I end up with enough defense regularly that I can take a Philosopher's Stone here. It screwed us over in a recent Silent run, but that was because I didn't have the defense to sustain myself whilst using it. So I definitely want to hit that rest, and then that rest, and then that rest. No, then that rest, then that rest, then an elite, then another rest. Okay, so I'm actually only fighting 1 elite over the course of this entire floor. Let's go to an early shot so I can try and spend all my money. Shrug. I could Impervious for the draw. Actually kind of should. Grit for the draw. Spot weakness. Yeah. Alright. Because you don't want to fight this slowly. It gets more buff every single turn. So that slow fight will just rock you. Awesome. 2 burns in that deck, but there's also a... Fiend Spire is a kill here. There we go. Loads of damage! Probably don't need that poison potion there. I could take a cleave as another AoE, and I could take a headbutt as a way to manipulate things back to the top of my deck. Actually, I will take a headbutt, just because being able to put the Battle Trance back on top of your deck is underrated ridiculous. Panache. Do we play enough cards in a turn to activate Panache? We will now, actually. We take Panache Flash of Steel. Was there anything else I wanted? No. A little bit more money I would take the second copy of Impervious there, though. Remove a card? Sure. I think it's another bite. No, it's a defend. It's a defend now. Sure, this is exactly what I was looking for, right? The ability to lose. That's why I wanted my shop early, so that if this was lose all of your gold to get a red mask, then the shop was after it, that would be a tragedy, but we've avoided any situation like that. Always fight for the relic. Unless, of course, you don't want to, or you don't think you're in a good position to. Don't go against your gut on that one. We aren't going to trigger Panache, so I may as well just upgrade it. Put an armaments back on top of my deck is a pretty good idea, sure. Alright, Combust drew those cards. That's really shitty, because it drew Battle Trance and Armaments, 2 cards that I desperately wanted to leave in that deck. That's super unfortunate. Right. I already knew the Repulsor was going to die to AoE in one way or another. He was going to die to, at the very least, the Combust by the end of the turn. Shrug, and just blow everything up. Yep. Just because we have Sharon's Ashes, Fiend's Fire is really good here. There's actually a couple elites that Ancient Potion will just stop. So sure, I'll take one of those. Seeing red is probably pretty good in this deck. But it's only good like half the time because Battle Trance is so... You know what? I'm going to take a Infernal Blade just because it has the exhaust synergy. I don't usually like taking it, but you know, we'll try it. We'll try it. Let's dig for another relic. Oh, cool. Unceasing Top. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw another card. It's going to be really good for us. We need more energy to really take use of it, but it's still going to be pretty good for us. I think I keep. Didn't really get what I was looking for there, but that's okay. You can't always get what you want. There, double tap got the upgrade. That's pretty good. Up our defense a bunch. And a little more. Sure, we'll double tap a body slam to kill someone. that was the general idea of what I wanted to do with that turn anyway, but I kind of also wanted to be able to squeeze some extra strength in there somehow. Just edgeways. Not going to be able to trigger Panache this turn anyway. Well, it's probably going to be a Fiend Fire for the kill here. Alright, we'll Flash of Steel before the armaments. We could also Headbutt to put something back on top of the deck, like the Battle Trance. Sure. Alright, we'll Headbutt, Battle Trance back to the top of the deck. We'll Flash of Steel there. We'll Battle Trance. There's the Fiend Fire. Armaments, and then burn the entire hand. Killing everything. Sharon's Ash is ridiculously overpowered. Oh. Wish I'd waited for the armaments upgraded, though. Dig for another Relic. Art of War. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, I did explain Unceasing Top at the time, but I didn't explain Gambling Chip. Gambling Chip, at the start of each combat, discard that many cards and draw that many. Discard as many cards as you'd like and draw that many, rather. Red Mask, at the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. And the Art of War is if you do not have any attacks during your turn, or rather do not play any attacks during your turn, get an extra energy next turn. Unceasing Top, just in case I mentioned it too quickly, is whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Alright. Alrighty then. Gotta be this side. Juzu Bracelet, way too late to be super useful, unfortunately. Juzu Bracelet is regular enemy in combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. We've also got Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack card. At the start of each combat, that will be in your hand. I'm going to do with a Flash of Steel, just because I want to be able to dig lower down in my deck. Holy what? Molten Egg Beta. Whenever you obtain an attack card, it is upgraded. That's new. That's fucking insane. I need to play as many runs as I possibly can today to make sure that I get a copy of that. Because holy shit, that is insane. Obviously, you don't want it this late, but you do want it. Tori is whenever you would receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage. So not HP loss from my own things, but attack damage from an enemy. Then you reduce that to 1. Okay, it's Barricade. I'll shrug it off. Then I'll Headbutt the Shrug It Off back to the top of my deck. I'll double tap a Flash of Steel. Then I'm gonna Thunderclap Madness to lower the cost of Shrug It Off for the rest of this fight. I probably could have done something much smarter there. Just trying to figure out what it was. Double tap the... Fiend Fire is an easy kill here, isn't it? Deals 12 to each of them, and then it does another 28 specific. 40 damage. But then it starts drawing cards because we've burnt all the cards out of our deck with the Unceasing Top. Cool. Hey, Battle Trance, draw a whole new hand. Infernal Blade, armaments to upgrade it. It's the least that I can do for this Orb Walker. I believe it's 16. 36 over there. All right. Well, I'm going to take a little damage here, but that was a good turn. Double bite, just 1000% of the time here. Omamori, I wasn't planning on picking up any curses, so I don't think that'll be particularly useful for me. Corruption. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. We do need to double tap the Flash of Steel first, though. Get the maximum amount of draw that we can get. Double tap the Flash of Steel. Then I don't want Battle Trance back in my deck. There's Searing Blow. Upgrade all of these cards. Lower the cost of another one of these down to 0 for the rest. And it's bite time, baby. We might have just screwed ourselves. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Right, I was prevented from drawing cards at the end of my turn because I had already used Battle Trance. But Battle Trance is out of my deck now. Now I don't have to worry about that. What do I want to put back on top of my deck? Probably double tap. Double tap back on top of the deck. Just exhaust that card. Start the double tap. And body slam. Not really what I was hoping for, but sure. Kinesis, draw a bunch more cards. Hey, there we go. Probably not the right time to have drawn Fiendfire, but you know. We're okay. Thunderclap, Searing Blow. We'll headbutt the Thunderclap back to the top of the deck. Reason I'm doing that is because I think I might have to just Thunderclap and then Fiend's Fire next turn. Thunderclap. Yeah, good. Yeah, that corruption actually kind of screws my deck over, so I should be a little more worried when I see that, not just instantaneously use it. I've not needed potions in a lot of these situations, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm just stacking up potions and never using them, I don't really need them. That said, the Awakened one is my final enemy, so I don't really need to worry about an Ancient Potion. I'll take an Explosive Potion instead. Alright. Dig up a final relic, and it is Lantern. Gain an energy on the first turn of your combat. Omamori was negate the next 2 curses you obtain, by the way. I don't replace any of these here. Interestingly, do I play Panache first? I do. I'm not going to upgrade the Panache, but I will just play it first. I should have Flash of Steeled first there. That was my fault. I should have Flash of Steeled first. Okay, Impervious costs nothing right now, but I don't really want to use it. It left a bite in my hand. Yeah, because it considered the bite to be the card that I was playing for the second. I think I think there have been changes that are, as of yet, undocumented. But I think on top of that, there is a bug currently with specifically double tap. Never gonna use the anger, sorry about it. Headbutt a armaments back to the top of my deck. Shrug it off so that then we can upgrade everything. And I didn't really lower the cost of the thing I wanted lowered, but it's fine. Yeah. Uh-oh. This one's not that great. I think I actually just Fiend Fire. No, I don't. Because I do want that Body Slam to stay in my deck. If I just Body Slam Fiend's Fire, sure. Because this is going to be a bunch of damage? And then I get to draw a card that I can't play. Wow. Lame. Lame! And I got to thin down my deck a huge amount. Okay. Shrug it off. Armaments. Defend. Give me Kinesis. Even with all this extra strength, I don't want to put that many angers in my deck. I could curate the top of my deck by double tapping Headbutt here. Or I could just double tap Flash of Steel and just draw the rest of my deck. Sure. Then let's double tap a Bite. And then Bite again. So this is basically entirely about just getting myself to heal as much as I can before we have to go into the second phase of the Awakened One fight. Has the Awakened One been made more difficult to game? I might actually have some difficulty here. That was wrong. I should have realized that I had the Pen Nib so near, and then I would have done the Anger first. I actually would have put a second copy in that into my deck, just so that I could double up the Body Slam block. Alright. Flame Barrier, then I'm going to double tap the Body Slam to play it 3 times. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Didn't entirely defend myself, but almost. Whoa, what's this? Darkness. Darkness? What is this darkness that the enemy can put on me? That's new. Elements. Spot your weakness. Defend. Flash of Steel. Body Slam. I need to know what this darkness is doing is. Sludge. Gain 1 less energy at the start of your next turn. Ooh. Is that? I think that's new. Okay, we'll still double tap the Body Slam though. And then finish off with a Flash of Steel. That got a lot closer and a lot weirder of a fight than I thought it was going to be. I need to check if there were patch notes, because I didn't think there were. 780 is actually a lot more than I think I deserve for that. I like Shiny. Yeah, fair enough. I do have 25 plus relics. Collector. Champion. We did that once. Overkill. And yeah, we got almost all of our points for Ascension. That makes sense. That said, Ascension is giving a lot more points than it used to. Alright. Let's get to the bottom of this. What's happened? Content. Adding 3 egg replacement candidates into the beta. So instead of upgrading your eggs, upgrading your cards when you pick them up, they will upgrade all future cards that you pick up after you pick up that relic. That's amazing. Adding a cultist plus chosen encounter into the city. Okay, a couple of art animations. Bug fix. Backstab has been buffed. The cost has been lowered to 0 and the damage has decreased to 11 from 12. That's really good. Cultist plus chosen encounter into the city. Is that an elite encounter? Because it says reducing 3 times cultist spawn rate as there's a cultist chosen encounter now. Huh. Embedding from the main menu gets a confirmation pop-up. Okay. And fixed where Ascension multiplier wasn't multiplied with the Ascension level. Okay, so that is actually correctly now higher. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is incredibly interesting because it doesn't mention anything about the specific interaction that I was talking about, and that's the double tap. I think that's a bug, so I'm going to report that on the official Discord forums for Slay the Spire. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time as we try again to get past level 5 of Ascension for the Silent. See you then.